Welcome back to your Video Tech newsletter covering the biggest storylines of the day. Everything from NYC goes AV, Spot the robot dog learns a new trick. The AR Alliance thinks the Apple Vision Pro is going to be the catalyst. But to what? And Meta's making a sneaky good move to snag some iPhone owners into its ecosystem. I'm Nate, keeping you informed of the biggest news in tech. It helps me out if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button. In the news today, firstly, a bunch of games launched today on the Apple Vision Pro. 3 of them to be quick. It's Spire's Blast, Gibbon Beyond the Trees, and Alto's Odyssey, The Lost City. Also in the news, an app was announced at a recent conference. Runaways is what it's called. It's going to be an Apple Vision Pro app that works in your living room, augmented reality style, and it's going to be launching in April, so just next month, not too far away. Also in the news, this is an interesting one. The future Apple Vision Pro may correct for vision problems without magnetic lenses. Apple has looked at doing this with liquid lenses instead of glass ones, and even before the launch of the Apple Vision Pro, it was researching adjustable lens systems. Now, a newly revealed patent application shows it has been continuing the work on the issue and in great detail. We may have to break this patent down on the main channel later, so make sure you're subscribed for that. NYC takes its first step towards unleashing robo-taxis on city roads. Essentially, New York City announced new safety requirements and permitting guidelines for companies looking to test out their self-driving cars on public roads. So these new guidelines signal a push forward toward more AV, autonomous vehicles in New York City. If you're gonna do, if you're going to do it anywhere, New York City is simultaneously the most valuable and scariest place to launch autonomous vehicles. So kudos to whatever companies take up that opportunity first. Waymo, I know you're listening. All right, Apple sues former iOS engineer for leaking Journal app and Vision Pro details, as well as a few other things. Being really intelligent about it, taking screenshots on his phone. That's a really smart way to Moving on. IEEE formed a new alliance focusing on augmented reality, and they believe that the Apple Vision Pro could be the breakthrough product that the industry has been waiting for and could be a catalyst to widespread adoption. So when we think about diffusion of innovation, it turns out, according to IEEE and their new AR alliance, the Apple Vision Pro could be the catalyst that the industry has been waiting for. I wouldn't be surprised. That actually is sort of how I already feel, and we've talked about it on the main channel many times. New iPads have been pushed off, or maybe just not going to be launching as early as maybe people thought and expectations had led. They're not going to be arriving till May. So that's too bad. We're supposed to be expecting, if you don't remember, the iPad Pro, which is going to have an OLED display for the first time, which will be exciting, as well as the largest ever iPad Air, for those that are big fans of that. Boston Dynamics unleashes new Spot variant for research using reinforcement learning. They taught Spot a trick like this. Look at this. Wow. That's an impressive trick. We'll watch it one more time because I realized my screen might not have been centered on there. This is a very impressive skill when you think about how complicated this is. I'm a robotics nerd, so I have to take a chill pill on this, because I know not everyone nerds out like I do on this. I teach robotics, so I'm all over this, but the center of mass, oh my goodness, that's impressive. It just is impressive. Okay, we'll move on. Apple rolls first ever sports immersive video with MLS playoff recap. That should be coming out tonight. If it hasn't already, it's going to be coming out tonight. It's a playoff recap from last year's MLS playoffs, and it is an immersive video. It's a sports film. It's 5 minutes long, and 6 p.m. Pacific time. So as I'm recording this, it is already out. So way to go. Google.org launches $20 million generative AI accelerator program, and this is Google.org is their nonprofit arm. So it'll be interesting to see what this actually turns out, and it's really hard for me to not wonder about what Google's motives are it's really hard for me to not be like, what are they going to get out of this? But hopefully it's all really positive and not nefarious at all. Okay, moving forward. Spatial Viewer is the most straightforward solution to watch Apple's fancy spatial videos on your Meta Quest headset. Here it is right here. And I think I said this is Meta's move. I actually didn't pay attention to who set this up. It is not Meta who set this up. But so I guess I'll have to rephrase that and retitle this video. But anyway, this does make a lot of sense if you're trying to get people who are interested in AR for the first time because of the Apple Vision Pro but can't afford it to buy a Meta Quest 3. That does make a lot of sense to be aiming at those folks. This is a great way to do it. It's also just a safety net for all of those people who are like, all right, I can start shooting spatial video on my iPhone, even though it's not as good as the spatial video shot on the Apple Vision Pro. I can start shooting spatial video on my iPhone, get those experiences, save some special moments so that someday I can come back and watch them, or I know that I can watch them on the Meta Quest 3. So this is a sneaky good move by this company in partnership with Meta of some kind. So I'll have to dig into the details there and see what they did. But this is just a sneaky good move. All right, that's all I have for you today. I'm way over time, so you know what we do here. We think different. Stay crazy.